Dear brothers and sisters, today I want to speak to your heart, not to your achievements, nor your titles, nor your failures, just to your heart. I want you to know this: you are loved, not just in a general way, not as one face in a crowd. You are loved by God personally, tenderly, eternally. Even before you were born, God knew you. He formed you in your mother's womb. He dreamed of your smile, your voice, your life. Nothing you do can make Him love you more, and nothing you've done can make Him love you less. Before we begin, I invite you to show your support. Kindly like this message, subscribe to the channel, and if your heart feels moved, tap the bell icon so you may walk with us in future reflections. And if this message brings peace or light to you, please consider sharing it with someone who may need a word of hope. The theme of the speech, "You are loved, you are important," revolves around affirmation of self, worth, and divine love. It encourages the listener to recognize their inherent value, not based on achievements or worldly standards, but on their unique, irreplaceable existence in God's eyes. The speech emphasizes unconditional love, purpose in everyday actions, and the power of embracing both weakness and strength as part of the human experience. Ultimately, the theme highlights that every person has intrinsic worth, is loved beyond measure, and plays a significant role in the larger story of life. The message is one of hope, dignity, and encouragement to share this love with others. God's love for you is not just a concept to be pondered. It is a living reality that surrounds you at every moment. This love is not abstract or distant. It is a love that knows you deeply, intimately, personally. Before you were even born, God knew you by name. He knew your joys, your fears, your struggles, and your dreams. You are not one of many in a sea of faces to Him. You are unique. Each wrinkle, each thought, each prayer of yours is precious to Him. He sees your worth, not because of what you have done or what you are capable of doing, but because of who you are. You are His creation, His beloved child, formed in His image. In a world that often leads us to question our value based on achievements or approval, it is crucial to remember that God's love does not fluctuate with our success or failure. His love is not conditional. It is not based on the accolades we receive or the recognition we might crave. God's love for you does not depend on your perfection. It is freely given, unwavering, and constant. No matter the mistakes you have made, no matter how many times you may have felt lost or unworthy, His love remains. It cannot be diminished or erased. It is an eternal love, one that transcends time, place, and circumstance. When life becomes overwhelming, when you face difficulties that seem insurmountable, do not doubt this love. In the moments when you feel isolated or abandoned, God's love is even closer. It is during these times, when you are most vulnerable, that His love becomes even more evident. It is in our weakness that He draws near, not because He delights in our suffering, but because He desires to be the source of our strength, comfort, and hope. No distance is too great for God's love to bridge. No sin is too deep for His mercy to reach. His love is unshakable. Even in our darkest moments, when we may feel as though we have been forsaken, the truth remains. God is with us, holding us, loving us through it all. His love is like the sun, It may sometimes be hidden behind clouds, but it never leaves, and it is always ready to shine again. So when doubt creeps in, and when the world tells you that you are not enough, remember that God's love is personal and unshakable. It is a love that will never fail you. It is a love that is ever present, constant, and unconditional. You are not alone. You are loved, just as you are, and there is nothing that can ever change that. Your existence is no accident. It is not the result of random chance, nor is it a mere coincidence that you are here, breathing, living, and experiencing the world around you. Long before you took your first breath, you were part of a grand design, a purpose that was set into motion by the Creator. You were created with intent, with meaning, and with value. Your life is not an accident, not a fleeting occurrence that holds no greater purpose. It is, instead, a beautiful and unique expression of love, life, and grace. Think for a moment about the complexity of your existence. Every person, every experience, every choice, and every moment that has led you to this place is not the result of chance. From the very beginning, your life was known and cherished by the one who designed the universe. You are the culmination of countless moments, decisions, and paths, all leading to this exact moment in time. Your very presence here on this earth is a testament to the significance of your existence. In a world that often measures worth by material success or social status, it can be easy to forget the profound truth: you are important. Your importance is not defined by your wealth, the titles you hold, or the applause you receive. It is not dependent on how others perceive you or what achievements you gather over the years. Your importance lies in the fact that you are uniquely you. There is no one else in the world like you. No one who thinks the way you think, feels the way you feel, or sees the world the way you see it. You bring something to this world that no one else can bring. Your thoughts, your kindness, your creativity, your compassion. All of these are invaluable. Every day, you play a role in the intricate tapestry of life. Your words can uplift, your actions can inspire, and your presence can bring comfort to others. You might not always see it, but the way you interact with those around you, the way you show kindness, the way you show up for others, the way you listen, makes a profound impact. Even in your quietest moments, you matter. Even when you think no one notices, you are shaping the world in small yet significant ways. When you doubt your worth, when you feel insignificant, remember this truth: you are here for a reason. Your existence has meaning far beyond what you can see in the moment. It is easy to feel lost or small in a world so vast, but know this: you are a part of something much greater. Every life, every soul has a purpose, and your purpose is unfolding with every step you take. You are a part of the beautiful mosaic of creation, and without you, that mosaic would be incomplete. Your importance is rooted in the very fact that you are a reflection of God's love. God does not make mistakes. He does not create without purpose. The fact that you exist here in this time and place is proof of that. You are important because you are a unique expression of His love, and the world needs what only you can offer. So the next time you feel like you're just one person in a sea of many, take a moment to reflect on the extraordinary gift of your life. You are not just passing through this world. You are meant to be here. Your life matters, your presence matters, and you, just as you are important. Never forget this, for it is the very truth of your being. In the moments when you feel weakest, when life feels like it is crumbling around you, when you feel like you have nothing left to give, remember this. It is in your vulnerability that God draws nearest to you. The world may tell you that strength is found in self-sufficiency, in never showing weakness, and in carrying your burdens alone. But God's wisdom is different. He knows that it is in our fragility that His power is made perfect. It is in our brokenness that His grace shines brightest. When you are weary, God is not distant. He does not turn away from you in your struggles. No, in those moments, He is closer than ever. Think of Jesus, who, in His greatest moment of anguish in the Garden of Gethsemane, did not shy away from His human suffering. He did not hide from His pain or pretend to be invulnerable. Instead, He prayed, pouring His heart out to the Father. Jesus was fully human, fully aware of His suffering, and fully dependent on God's presence to carry Him through. And this same Jesus, who understands the depth of human sorrow, comes close to you in your weakest moments, offering you His strength and His peace. In times of weakness, God meets us where we are. He doesn't wait for us to become strong before He offers His help. He doesn't expect us to have everything together. Instead, He gently invites us to lean on Him, to rest in His embrace, to surrender our burdens and trust in His care. When you are overwhelmed by the weight of the world, when your heart is heavy with grief, when you feel like you can't take another step, God is there not with condemnation, not with judgment, but with love, compassion, and understanding. It's easy to feel abandoned in times of trial. When the world is dark and hope seems distant, it can be tempting to believe that God has forgotten you. But nothing could be further from the truth. Even when you feel most alone, God is walking with you, even carrying you at times when you cannot go on. His love for you does not fade when you are weak. In fact, it intensifies. He does not abandon His children in their moments of pain. Instead, He draws near, offering a peace that surpasses all understanding. We are reminded in the Scriptures that God is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. He sees your tears, He hears your cries, and He holds you in the palm of His hand. There is no pain too deep for His healing touch. There is no sorrow too great for His comfort. When you feel like you are sinking, God is there to lift you up, to give you the strength to keep going, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. In our weakness, God does not see failure. He sees an opportunity to show His faithfulness. The Apostle Paul spoke of his own struggles, acknowledging that he pleaded with God to remove his weakness. But God's response was, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." In our moments of struggle, we learn to rely not on our own strength, but on the power of God, which is far greater than anything we could muster on our own. Our weaknesses, when surrendered to God, become the place where His strength is revealed. So, in those times when you feel like giving up, when you feel like you are not enough, remember, God is nearer than you think. His love for you does not waver with your struggles. He draws closer when you are weak, not to condemn, but to embrace, to heal, and to restore. Trust that in your moments of vulnerability, God's presence will bring you peace, and His power will carry you through. You are never alone, and in your weakness, He is made strong. Your life, no matter how ordinary it may seem at times, is filled with purpose. In a world that often encourages us to seek grand achievements, accolades, and recognition, it is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that our lives are only meaningful if we accomplish extraordinary things. But this is not true. Your life has purpose in the very ordinary moments, in the quiet acts of love and kindness that may go unnoticed by others, but are deeply significant in God's eyes. Each day presents countless opportunities for us to live out that purpose. It's not about having a high-profile career or achieving fame. It's about the simple, often unnoticed ways that you make a difference in the lives of those around you. When you care for a friend who is struggling, when you take time to listen to someone who is lonely, when you share a smile with a stranger, you are fulfilling your divine purpose. These moments may seem small, but they are part of a larger plan, and they have profound value. In fact, it is often in the most ordinary tasks that we can encounter God most deeply. Whether it's making a meal for your family, tending to your children, working quietly at your job, or even the simple act of caring for yourself, these daily routines are filled with meaning. God does not require us to change the world in one dramatic moment. He calls us to be faithful in the small, everyday things. Holiness is not found only in the grand gestures. It is found in our daily commitment to living with love, humility, and service. Sometimes it may seem as though your life doesn't matter, that the mundane tasks of daily life are somehow less valuable than those of someone in the spotlight. But remember, every part of your life has a sacred purpose. Even the moments that feel routine, getting up in the morning, making your bed, going to work, or caring for your home are part of the tapestry that God is weaving through your life. They are all part of His plan for you, part of the love and grace that you share with others, and part of the growth that takes place in your own heart. God doesn't measure the value of your life by what others see or how much you accomplish. He sees the love in your heart, the effort you put into each action, and the way you treat those around you. This is where your true purpose lies, not in accolades or recognition, but in the way you live with kindness, with grace, and with a spirit of service. It is in the ordinary, everyday moments that you reflect His love to the world. Even when you are tired, when life feels repetitive, and when it seems like nothing extraordinary is happening, know that God is present. He is with you in those moments. He sees your faithfulness, your quiet sacrifices, and your love that is poured out in the smallest acts. These things are seen and treasured by Him, and sometimes the most ordinary moments, those that seem insignificant, are the ones that shape you the most. It's in these daily acts that you grow in patience, in love, and in understanding. The routine tasks that might seem menial are often the ones that cultivate the virtues we need most: humility, kindness, and perseverance. These are the moments that prepare you for greater challenges and more profound expressions of love. In the eyes of the world, you may be seen as just another person going through the motions. But in God's eyes, every moment of your life is filled with purpose. The love you show, the way you serve, the way you persevere. All of this is part of a greater plan, one that is uniquely yours. Your life is significant because you are part of a story that stretches beyond time. A story in which every act of love, every moment of service, and every act of faithfulness has eternal value. So, do not look at the ordinary moments of your life with disdain. Do not think that your small actions are insignificant. In God's kingdom, there is no such thing as an insignificant life. Every person, every moment, every act of kindness, every prayer, all of it has purpose, and all of it contributes to the beautiful mosaic that God is creating. Your life matters, and it is filled with purpose, even in the ordinary, because God is with you in every moment, guiding you to become the person He created you to be. Remember, the kingdom of God is built on the foundation of love, and it is through the ordinary, everyday acts of love that this kingdom is made visible in the world. So, live with joy, live with intention, and live with the awareness that in the smallest moments, you are fulfilling your divine purpose. As you come to understand the depth of God's love for you, there is a profound call that follows. You are called to love others as you have been loved. This is not a request or a suggestion. It is a divine mandate that flows from the heart of God Himself. To be loved by God is not merely for your own benefit. It is meant to transform you, to shape the way you interact with the world, and to guide you in how you treat others. God's love is all-encompassing, selfless, and unconditional. It reaches into the depths of your heart and transforms even the most broken parts of you. When you experience this kind of love, it becomes impossible to keep it to yourself. It calls you to share it, to reflect it in your actions, words, and choices. Loving others as you have been loved means that you go beyond yourself, beyond your comfort zone, beyond your preferences, and beyond your desires. It means seeing others not through the lens of judgment or comparison, but through the eyes of compassion and grace. Loving others as you have been loved does not mean just loving those who love you back. God's love for us is not conditional. It is not given based on merit, behavior, or whether we reciprocate. Similarly, our love for others is not limited to those who are kind, gentle, or deserving. Jesus Himself showed us the true depth of love when He reached out to those who were rejected by society, the sinners, the outcasts, the marginalized. He extended love to them without expectation of anything in return, and He calls us to do the same. It is easy to love those who love us, to show kindness to those who treat us well. But the true measure of love is seen in how we treat those who are difficult, those who are hard to love, those who may not even know how to love in return. This is where the depth of God's love is most fully revealed, when we choose to love in spite of differences, in spite of hurt, in spite of misunderstandings. To love as God loves is to see the worth in every person, even when their actions or attitudes don't reflect it. The call to love others is also a call to forgive, just as you have been forgiven. God's love is full of mercy, a mercy that wipes away our wrongdoings and offers us a fresh start. We too are called to forgive others, to let go of resentment, to release grudges, and to offer the same mercy that we ourselves have received. This doesn't mean that forgiveness is easy. It is often difficult, and it requires courage, humility, and strength. But when we forgive, we are not only showing love to the other person, we are also freeing ourselves from the chains of bitterness and pain. Loving others as you have been loved also means serving them with humility. Jesus, in his ultimate act of love, washed the feet of his disciples, demonstrating that love is not about power or position, but about service. To love as Christ loved is to serve others, especially those who are in need. It means offering a helping hand, an encouraging word, or a listening ear to those who may be struggling. It means stepping into the lives of others with a heart willing to give, without expecting anything in return. And yet, the call to love others doesn't just apply to strangers or distant acquaintances. It extends to those closest to you, your family, friends, and loved ones. Often, it is hardest to show love to those who are closest to us, those with whom we spend the most time. But these are the relationships where love must be most evident. To love as you have been loved is to be patient with your family, to forgive quickly, to encourage, to listen, and to serve them with tenderness. It means building a home, a community that reflects the love of God. Loving others as you have been loved also means being present. Sometimes all someone needs is for you to show up. To love is to be fully present in the lives of others, to offer your attention, your time, and your support, without distraction or reservation. It's in the act of being present that we show others that they are valued, that they are not alone, and that their feelings and experiences matter. Ultimately, loving others as you have been loved is a call to live out the greatest commandment, to love your neighbor as yourself. It is to live a life of selfless love, giving of yourself freely to others, not because you seek reward, but because you have been so deeply loved by God that you cannot help but extend that love to others. It is in this love that we reflect the very heart of God to the world. And as you strive to love others, remember that you do not do this in your own strength. It is God's love that empowers you to love those around you, even in difficult circumstances. His love fills you and enables you to love beyond your own abilities, to offer compassion when it feels hard, to forgive when it seems impossible, and to serve when you are tired. This love, given freely to you, is the source of the love you give to others. So, as you go through your day, think about how you can love others as you have been loved. How can you show grace to someone who needs it? How can you serve someone in humility? How can you forgive when it feels like the hardest thing to do? As you step into these moments, remember that the love you share is not just a reflection of your heart. It is a reflection of God's heart. His love is boundless, and as you pour it out into the lives of others, you become a vessel of His presence and His grace. So I say again, with the love of Christ in my heart, you are loved, you are important. No matter where you come from, no matter your past, your life has value beyond measure. Walk with courage, walk with faith, and never forget that the Lord walks with you, always,